Is it working? Yeah, I'm having a lot of technical difficulties. This is a bonus Gemini reading. Happy Gemini season. Geminis, yes. I've been having a lot of technological issues today. You can watch the general reading if it's up. It is retrograde of some sort until the 22nd, and I get that. That is a lot of times why we have... Not why we have technological issues, but it's very normal to have technological issues during retrograde. So, whoa. All right, Gemini, this is a bonus reading because this is your season. And it's messy. It seems it to be very messy. I did a general reading. You can go check that out if you want to. I'm seeing, actually, when I said that, I literally pulled cards from that reading, whereas most of these were not in it, but then like these three were. That was very strange. Seeing some cards on the floor. Okay, so yeah, I think some of y'all need to be a little more open-minded. I think people think Geminis are open-minded because they're weird, okay, but some of y'all really are not as open-minded as you might think you are. Okay. I'm just saying. I would like to stop shuffling, but I feel like things just keep coming out. What's up with the water energy? Ooh, yeah, no. Interesting. Okay, I think that's good. Bottom of the deck, the sun. So just know that everything is going to work out for your highest good, even, you know. I've got these far away, okay? It is reverse strength, which we like don't love to see, but actually we can talk about how that's maybe a good thing. If you do watch the other video, you'll understand why the love card is here. Love is the intention for these readings today. This is the only individual zodiac reading I'm doing, and that is because it is Gemini season, which also means $10 off any personal reading for you, Gemini, as long as you somehow mildly prove that you are indeed a Gemini. I'll take it. So hit me by email or DM, whatever you gotta do. Yeah, so moving through, we have the focus on love, and love, as I go in the general video, love can be with anything. I talk a lot about love for what you do rather than actual relationships. But if you are looking more for a romantic type love, then this is for you. So just decide what it is that your idea of love is. Maybe you're working on self-love, whatever. Okay? Top of the deck here, Princess of Cups. What was the bottom? The sun. Okay, so I'm sensing a water sign. Geminis. Okay, so some type of water energy, because I noticed there's Pisces and Cancer are both in this deck. So there's some maybe love coming in, Gemini. Okay. Very cool. Yeah. I'll show you what's up. Show you the little thing we got going on. These are like off in the distance. We gotta do these last. Put a mark on them. So here's the board. Here's what we're working with. I love having this little camera for these readings. The other one's nicer, but this one's fun, you know. So anyways, whatever love means to you. So where am I gonna start? Probably up here, where this is the first that came out. We have the Ace of Discs, so looking pretty together there, Gemini, which I don't think anybody expects of you, so that's pretty dope. Good for you. The blessings are abound, right? It's good. Solid, okay? Love to see the stability. We have the Knight of Swords. I mean, you are really handling shit, Gemini. You're getting in there. And you might be coming off a little aggressive, but at least you're taking care of shit. So keep doing the work. Keep being that hardworking man that you need to be, okay? Show up with that knight energy. Be the king of any situation, you know, king of the castle, king of the conquest. I don't know. I can't think of any. You know what I mean? So keep showing up this way, because you're actually not continuously showing up that way. Sometimes you just look like a sissy little bitch. which it's not to actually be gendered. It's not about girls and boys or men and women. It's just how we navigate certain energies, especially in tarot when you have the feminine and masculine, right? And it's how you align. Air is a masculine sign. So to see you in your masculinity here, that's a good thing. Whereas the prince and princess are already more immature than the knight and queen. So like we know that there's that aspect to it. It's the children, so to speak. But it's, you know, also out of your element, right? Maybe like getting a little more emotional than usual, or crying here and there, whatever it is. You're almost breaking down a wall, but it's not like you're going about it in the best way, even though it's maybe not the worst way. Like, we'd rather see the princess than the prince, but also sissy little bitch. You feel me? This is what I meant by that. So you are doing really good. You can't let anyone or anything take that away from you. You're doing great right now, Gemini, but you're not acting great. Okay? It's time to pick it up a little bit. And I think maybe that's what this water energy is about. The reason that we even looked, I don't always look at the top of the deck, but of course it's Princess of Cups after we already discussed that there was a lot of water energy in this reading. There you go. So you're doing well, you're not acting well. Okay? I don't know where to go next. I want to save the pile, sort of, but maybe I should just go through it. But let's just address this really quick. So we have this pile that I need to go through, top being the Empress, which the Emperor is out here. So the Empress is face up, we have two face down, and then we have these two. So I just want to mention these two. We have the Nine of Discs and the Five of Cups. This is gain and disappointment. Okay, I am frustrated. I don't know where I left off because the video just cuts out randomly today. I might not even get to the elementals. I might just do a live. Like, I can't handle it. I can't handle it. I'm getting so frustrated out here, Gemini. This is why I'm glad I didn't commit to doing all 12. I've been having issues all week. I've been hesitant. I'm sorry. I shouldn't even be ranting about it, but this is about to be so scrapped together. It's going to take me forever to do this shit. Like, for real, bitch, what the fuck? Blame the planets, blame the retrograde, blame yourself for something anyway. I don't know, but I'm going insane. Where did that just even come from? I don't know. That's how I feel right now. It's my alternative to getting fucking angry and screaming. Just to sing it. Moment of silence. So, getting our composure back, keeping our cool, right? Let's not lose it, Gemini. I got a Gemini in my life that keeps me calm. Straight up said to me right before this, he's like, and if the technology is whack, don't hit it back. Stay calm through this shit. Because it might not work and you know it. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Whatever. Knowing damn well I was going to get mad if something went wrong. But in this moment, Gemini reading, what can I do but sing a song? So, yep, channel that rage, bitches. Okay, so I said bitch a lot today, too. It's crazy. I feel like there's so much coming up and going on in my brain. I almost feel like rotten. Like, oh, you're so rotten. Like, horrible thoughts. And I'm like, is that Gemini energy? Is that retrograde? Is that, like, I don't even know, right? Like, I can't even deal. So, anyway, gosh, 2 minutes of me totally just ranting about that. I apologize, but, you know, we need to hear it sometimes. We need to have these conversations with one another because there's a reason I say it. When I say it, to whom I say it to. Alright, so maybe next time you get mad, try singing, Gemini. Advice from a Taurus. The throat. But I sing with my hands too, so that's all you, right? Your whole nervous system. Isn't that part of your face? Whole body. Anyways. Gain and disappointment. You're fucking working really, really hard. Something happens. You realize, yeah, you got a lot out of it, but it's not really what you wanted. Okay. So, let's see the pile. This is like the dreaded pile right now. We have the Empress, very earthy energy, feminine energy. You'll have to determine whether or not you are the feminine or the masculine in the situation. Again, air is masculine sign, but if you're a man dating another fire or air sign, then you're both masculine, right? Or you as a Gemini, you could be a woman dating, it's not about man or woman. Some people like to identify themselves as the feminine because they are a woman, and the masculine because they are the men. But the elements, water and earth, and then fire and air for masculine and feminine. Okay, I know I've explained this before, but put it in the moment. So, the Empress, right? She's great. We love her. Very earthy, very stable, very much sitting in her power, the way that everyone should be. We also have Seven of Swords, futility. So maybe a little bit of pointless conflict or conflict with no resolution. Maybe someone's in control and you don't actually want them to be so in control. Ace of Wands. Well, you might be thinking with your dick, so to speak. Okay? Just pinning the masculine on Gemini, and no, you don't have to have a dick to be thinking with your dick. We all know this. Come on, you know exactly what I meant. But sticking to your emotions, sticking to how you're feeling. You know, you feel like you're in a situation. Ooh, and I tapped the love. This might be about a relationship for y'all, but it could be something else. It could be a passion in life. It could be a, you know, even a persona or a, as we've discussed, the jobs and everything. Could really be anything, but you're starting to feel like it's not really maybe going anywhere. And even though it doesn't seem that way, it feels that way. And that's what's important to recognize, is that's how you're feeling, or that's how they're feeling, because this does come back to the Empress. So this is either how you feel towards the Empress or how the Empress is feeling towards you, Gemini. And then we have the Nine of Swords, cruelty. Someone's taking it out on themselves. Either you are taking it very personally, or they are having a hard time and trying to take the blame for these feelings, right? And we have the Three of Wands, virtue. You have to be true to the self. You have to also go with your needs and your beliefs and your virtues, right? And your feelings, honoring your feelings just as much. You might just be in a state of torturing each other. We have Eight of Swords, interference. Okay, so something's going to interrupt this pattern of like, you are both going against who you are, or someone's going against who they are for the sake of the other person, or both ways, and vice versa. We have indolence, right? So getting kind of lazy, Eight of Cups, maybe drinking too much, maybe recessing, isolating, just kind of like slothish energy here. And then we have the Queen of Cups. So again, with the water signs, that's how the reading started, as I was saying something about water signs for you, Gemini. Water energy moving through could be maternal, and that's why we're now seeing the Queen of Cups here rather than these specific zodiac cards, which are coming up. But it's just interesting to think, you know what I mean? Queen of Cups could be motherly, so you might be even be having, it could be you having issues, or motherly figure having issues, or if you are the mother figure, or if they are the mother figure. So it could be any type of love, familial, but especially if you have like there is a mother involved, they may be struggling with something like alcohol, or they could be struggling with their emotions or feeling isolated. A lot of people feel isolated after the pandemic and everything. So worth checking in on. I know y'all have your own shit going on, but there might be people feeling neglected. And then we have the Ace of Cups, so fulfillment, and Ten of Discs, wealth. Wow. Wow. Recognizing that it could be you could also help the problem, Gemini. Recognizing that you may be the thing, the problem, the reason that the other person's feeling this way. And by addressing it, fixing it, and honoring these feelings, you may find a lot of clarity and see how beneficial the situation truly is. Okay, so, yeah. What is stop? What this usually with the face down cards? I say what needs to come to the surface or what's in the way, what's stopping you. But earlier I said what happens. So we'll see what the cards are and do our best to interpret. We have the Magician, okay, big air energy for whatever reason. They just sometimes it's just same reason I associate the Empress with Earth. People associate the Magician with air. Okay, so very Gemini-ish. You manifested being alone. Quite frankly, maybe you manifested an Earth sign, a Virgo in particular. You manifested doing everything yourself. You never wanted an Empress. You just wanted to be the Emperor. That therein may be the problem, right? Trying to make a mother out of somebody when that's really not what you wanted at all. And like this person might benefit you, or again, healing relationships with your own mother may really help the situation more than anything. That's what you're going to get the most out of. But at the end of the day, what you planned for yourself was maybe being single, or maybe working for yourself, or maybe being independent, whatever, or a Virgo. But I'm sensing more of this individuality thing. You didn't want to do it. You didn't want to do it. So if somebody's having problems with that, it's like, well, no shit. I didn't want this in the first place. But that just goes to show what the fuck are you doing? Right? Right? You manifested being alone or whatever, and like you get a lot of fulfillment out of the situation, or you go to your mother for advice or something, or maybe you quit drinking, and that's this big symbolic thing. The Queen of Cups can also be really a lot of like mental growth, and pairing with the Ace of Cups screams that, with the Ten of Discs, high benefits. So you get a lot out of this, but then you just end up disappointed. Whether or not that disappointment comes with not fulfilling this plan to be alone, or if it comes with not working things out, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. But you have to reevaluate your pros and cons. 9 to 5 is not bad. 9 to 5 is not bad. Right? It's not bad. It's not bad. You just have to know if it's worth it, you know, getting a lot out of it and being disappointed, or, yeah, and I don't know, I just picked these up and cut to this Virtue and then this Ace of Discs again, just sort of reminding you, like, you need to be true to yourself no matter how good a situation is, right? Very interesting. Very interesting. Here we have the Hierophant. If any of you are dealing with Tauruses, doubling up on that Earth energy. You know, manifesting a Virgo theoretically, and now we have the Taurus present. So a lot of you might be dealing with an Earth sign. And while that's what you're going through on the outside, this is sort of like what they're going through. So if you are not in a relationship, if you are not in love, you wanted to talk self-love, you can see some of these habits within yourself, destructive patterns, whatnot, or you can apply this to your job. I don't care what we're talking about. It doesn't have to be a relationship. But in this scenario, think of the Earth as the money. Think of it as the material. Think about, oh, I finally decided to move on my own, and now I don't know if I'm really taking care of my homestead like I should be, kind of thing. Like Earth is the physical, the stable, the grounding, okay? But this is the perspective of the Earth sign, theoretically, the partner, the job, etc., like we just discussed. So the Wheel of Fortune is turning, but maybe not in someone's favor. Financial mishaps, a little bit of loss here. I don't know what that's about. But then we have the Chariot. Sounds like a Cancer. So could just be smooth sailing, going forward on your path, recognizing this as an obstacle on a greater journey. Sure. The Moon, Pisces, doubling up on that water energy after we just did this whole Queen of Cups thing, right? I don't know, but the Moon is another manifestation card, which we already got the Magician, another manifestation card. Realizing how bad my hair looks, don't mind me. Another manifestation card appears. This is more like, okay, so in the middle of the night during witching hour, what is it that you want the most? That's what's truly going to come true. What do you literally dream of at night? Think of it that way. Okay? Damn, double tens here with the tower. That's super interesting. I want to wait on the tower for a moment, just because the way that it was laid out, I put these cards on top of it, right? So, Ten of Wands, Ten of Cups. It's really interesting to me because, okay, I just said, what do you dream about? Like, what keeps you up at night? Kind of like, what do you really want? Something that's holding you back, something that it stresses you out. It's almost like unbearable kind of mental anguish here. It's holding you down big time, but it's also completely satisfying, and it's everything, and it completes you, and it's more than what you could ever ask for at the same time. I like to see double tens, but honestly, I would have rather this been ruin than oppression, because at least ruin is the Ten of Swords, and you're an air sign, and that would complement really well with the Ten of Cups. But this confuses me a little bit. It's like the one thing that completes you is the one thing that destroys you. Try not to sink your identity too deep into anything else, Gemini. You have to remain your own person and not get overly invested in work or love or family or any kind of relationship, friendship, anything, hobby, nothing. Like, you love it now, but if you're doing it too much, it's a problem. So it's just about that balance, that space, like what you need to do for you. Okay? And then we have the Tower. So I think this is interesting because this is what I'm saying. I originally laid out the Hierophant, the Tower, and the Emperor. So Taurus, Tower moment, Aries. And that's just the order of things. Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Okay? So I feel like you do have strong ties to these signs, whether you realize it or not, whether it's somebody in your life or not. It's also the past couple months of what's been happening, in a way. Okay? So when you see the Hierophant and the Emperor, they have very similar energy, but very different personalities. You can tell in their color scheme, you can tell in their positioning, okay? The Hierophant here, he is more head-on. He's more prominent in a sense. He is more, I would even say, a little bit more humble and open. His body language is very open. He has his arm extended, his staff is up, but he is chest out, heart out, right? Taurus is ruled by the heart chakra. But then on the other hand, we have the Emperor. He's way more closed off. He's very poised, but he won't even look in your direction, okay? And in between them, it's almost like the two of them coming together. Even when you look at the colors and the general vibe of the three cards as one, it's like you can see look, how it transforms one into the other. And it's almost like we started with the Hierophant, going in with a plan, doing what you need to do, sticking to it, walking in, meeting your maker, having your Tower moment. Things may be falling apart. You are unable to understand them. Maybe it's hard to comprehend them, but you come out in charge. And you look back at that and say, wow, look how naive I was. Right? And that's not to say Aries looks at Taurus that way. But at the same time, whatever happens, happens. Because you do end up not the same, but with what you planned. Right? It's that feeling of disappointment, but, ultimately gaining something out of it. Okay? This is a very in-depth reading. This is feeling very serious, Gemini. So you might have some decisions to make or something going on. Yeah. Might be time to give up the charade of being a hard ass and just realize that you have a lot of growing to do, and that you maybe have like not the best mindset in a sense. Okay, so it's time to just admit that. Maybe it's about taking a break from this rigidness, this airiness. Maybe it's, whatever. It's taking a break. gaining new perspective. Okay, I don't know why I just picked those up either. They just sometimes move. 4 cups, luxury. So lots of water energy here. Lots of water energy. And then 7 of Wands, valor. You need to be brave enough to just face it. Admit these things to them, to you, to the people in charge, so to speak, so that you can get more control over your situation once again, like you desperately need to, Gemini. So proud of the progression we've been seeing this year, but lately it has been a little bit more of that chaotic energy that Gemini is known for. And your happiness is soon, it's coming, but you have to look within so you can handle without. Because right now you're doing neither. It's like you got your blinders on and you're not even looking at anything. You have them on so no one knows that you're just staring out the window dissociating. They think you're focused, but you're not. So this is what's far away. The reverse Knight of Wands, while in this deck it does indicate the opposite. The thing about strength is that you have to use it, right? If you're putting strength in, you're using strength, then you also are getting pushback. So to see the reverse strength, it's not necessarily weakness, but that maybe the battle is over. Maybe you can stop being so strong. Maybe you can take a break from being the rock, okay? I also see a little raccoon walked out, so you can look up like the energy and spirituality behind raccoons. I think that's going to be really important right now. I would also say that maybe indicates like night, because raccoons are nocturnal. Really cute stuff. So yeah, it's maybe being vulnerable too, and not weak, and not that it doesn't take strength to be vulnerable, but it's less pushing and more giving, right? And then what else? We have the Queen of Swords and the Two of Discs. Okay, so you gotta take charge and make changes. You need to start putting that effort in that you started with. Remember, in the very beginning, you were the Knight of Swords, and then quickly that just went downhill so fast. You have to really decide what it is that you want, and you need to be assertive about those things. And you need to voice your needs, maybe more than you already are, okay? So, bless you, Geminis. You are I have to admit, Geminis are my favorite. Happy birthday to one of my favorite Geminis today. So, yeah, you just have to say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Okay? I'm not condoning anything, but, forgiveness. Right? People say dumb shit sometimes. I don't know why I continue to shuffle, but here I am doing it anyways because I just love this reading. I mean, we were off to a bad start, but we handled our shit, right? It's going to feel really good when you finally do, okay? It is. Ooh, judgment. It might be difficult. You might get some backlash. Prince of Wands. You might not really know how you feel right now. Don't make any too, brash of decisions. Oof, yeah, some of y'all might be going through some breakups coming up, or your living situation may change. So keep an open mind, because remember, I called you out in the beginning, not as open-minded as you act like you are, but yes, I'm seeing some relationship statuses or living situations changing soon, okay? And if you're single, you might be looking forward to Scorpio season. That might be when you get a new living situation, or you might enter a new relationship if that doesn't apply to you right now. So, yes, just some things to think about, Gemini. Okay, again, love you all so much. Happy birthday. $10 off any reading for Geminis until the end of the season. I am available. Hit me up. Like my shit. Follow. Subscribe. Do what you gotta do. Thank you once again. And it's been wonderful. Okay. Toodaloo.